dark legacy, the secret of the cursed house. James and Emily, when they moved into the old house, everything seemed fine at first. The old stone walls and ceiling of the house had captivated them. However, after they moved in, things began to change rapidly. The first strange occurrences were the peculiar sounds they heard in their rooms at night: footsteps, faint whispers, and sometimes even an unsettling laughter would reach their ears. James thought these sounds were mere reflections of his dreams, but Emily had a different perspective. Emily believed that there was a reason behind all these bizarre events in the house. Every night as she closed her eyes in bed, she felt the presence of something strange amething that constricted her soul. James tried to empathize with this feeling, but he couldn't deny one thing anymore. The house had a mysterious past. Determined to unravel this mystery, Emily began her research and attempted to gather information about the previous owners. When she talked to the former residents of the neighborhood, she confronted startling truths. The previous owners of the house had mysteriously disappeared. The police couldn't explain their disappearances and had closed the case files unsolved. This was a chilling reality for James and Emily. Could they be unknowingly hosting the ghosts of the previous owners in their new home? Emily decided to delve deeper into her investigation. The house's history was filled with occult rituals and ancient legends. The previous owners had used the house to serve mysterious forces and had opened a gateway. A malevolent entity from beyond seemed to still exert its influence over the house. Now, James and Emily were in pursuit of this malevolent entity. Every night, shadows began to manifest in their rooms. These shadows would envelop James, making him feel as if they were closing in. Within the shadows, a strange voice emanated, as if someone was drawing near. James made the decision to follow this voice, and more secrets about the house began to surface. This entity relentlessly attempted to frighten and capture them. Faces appearing among the shadows during the night made their sleepless nights even more terrifying. However, James and Emily were determined not to succumb to this threat. One night, from among the shadows in their rooms, a terrifying voice whispered, "Save us, James." This voice further fueled their determination. James and Emily thoroughly investigated the house's past. Old diaries, archives, and conversations with neighbors revealed that the house's history was even more complex. The former owners had engaged in occult rituals that had cursed the house and given birth to the malevolent entity. Nevertheless, James and Emily were resolute in wresting control from this dark entity. They began to learn protection spells and rituals, but the entity resisted them. Through nights of relentless conflict, James and Emily finally managed to defeat this malevolent entity. In the end, James and Emily cleansed the traces of the house's dark past. The house's spirits were now free. Through a ritual, the former owners and other spirits were liberated and found eternal peace. This harrowing journey strengthened the bond between James and Emily, though they could never forget the terrifying experiences they had endured. They were now able to live peacefully in their home. The end.